Word of warning, today's video does contain scenes of Phil Jones. Hello and welcome back to the Plymouth Save here on Facebook. My name is Clayts and today we have episode number 3. Season number 3 has been completed. Just to go back to season number 2, this was the scene that greeted us towards the end of last episode. We finished just outside the playoff places in 7th place, meaning that today the aim had to be, can we finish in those playoff places, or even better than that, can we get ourselves promoted to the Premier League? And I'm excited to show you the team that I've built as we become more established as a championship side. Before I take you on that season 3 journey, a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this save, if you're enjoying the Plymouth save, which I am very much still enjoying it. It's going to be fun this year. We've made some big signings, which I'm going to show you next. But subscribe to the channel, make sure you give the video a like down below, and also leave me some comments. Let's do it again. We've done this before. Season 3, before you've seen the transfers come in, where do you predict we're going to finish? And then maybe you could edit that when you see the transfers as well. Let's see if anybody can nail it. I think a couple of people did manage to nail it last time, so let's see if we can do that again. Subscribe to the channel. Let's jump into season number 3. Of course, a massive part of this save is the fact that we can only sign players on free transfers, and that means the wheeling and the dealing, the transfer business, has to be a little bit smart, and it's been very difficult in this window before season number 3. I won't lie to you, there was one point where I think we only had 17 players registered, and it was pretty tricky. I've gone up to now the day where we're about to play our first game of the season to show you what I've done up to this point here. There was a little bit more business done after this, which I will show you when the window has closed, but I wanted to show you this point because this is where we started our season off at. If we go to our transfer history screen here, a big thing to look at is we did sell our goalkeeper Mike Cooper to Bournemouth for £6.5 million. He's been brilliant for us. He's a really good young goalkeeper, but once £6.5 million was bid, it was really something I couldn't say no to, especially as if I go to something here and show you, the transfer budget that we were given was £0. We had very little to use. A little bit of wage budget was afforded to us. No transfer budget that we could then throw into the wages. So we were very, very tight on being able to bring players in. So we have sold Mike Cooper to Bournemouth, who are in the Premier League again. He's it's a big loss, but it's a good amount of money to be able to bring in, and from that I've managed to finance these moves here. So the first transfers of our summer are these ones which you see on the screen. Christian Gamboa is a brand new Plymouth player. He's a right back. He's a former West Brom and Celtic right back. He's pretty pacey. He's got 17 pace, 14 acceleration. He's going to do a nice job for us at right back. He is 33 years old, so he's not one for the future, but he's a one for the now, and I think he's going to be decent for us this year. He's going to be a starter at right back. That is because Daniel O'Pear, somebody we brought in the first season, has now retired from football. He's a head of youth development, as you can see there. So we did need a right back. Gamboa is going to be that guy. The next one, a big one. We talked about this one at the end of our last episode, didn't we? Joshua Zirkzee is a Plymouth player. I'm very excited about this. He is 6'4". He's excellent, to be honest. He's really, really good. I know just for a fact already that he's going to score goals for us in this championship season. I am super excited to be able to bring him in. We've put him on £15,000 per week, and I think he's going to be worth every single penny of that. Alongside him up front, I've also managed to bring in Macaulay Bonne, who caused us a lot of problems when he was playing for Ipswich when they were in League One with us. I think he scored against us. He was really good then. I saw that he was on a free and I thought, do you know what? He could be useful for us. We've brought him in. He's only on 2.5k per week as well. Bit of a backup option, but I think he's going to be decent for us, Macaulay Bonne. Next one is, of course, a goalkeeper to go and replace the outgoing Mike Cooper in goal. By the way, Cooper was really good in the Chelsea-Plymouth FA Cup game over the weekend, which is it just makes it more of a shame that we've had to sell him. But Marcus Bettinelli, a Chelsea goalkeeper, he was actually on the bench for that Chelsea-Plymouth game too, has come in to replace him, and I think he's got lots of attributes that will make him very useful for us. He's a little bit older, or quite a bit older. He's 31 years old, 4.9k. He's accepted being a cup goalkeeper. I think, though, he's probably going to be our starter for this year. He is in, and then this is a fun one. Next free signing is Alan Shagoev. Do you remember him from, was it like Euro 2008 or something? Maybe a little bit later than that. But this guy is a Russian legend. He was, I mean, I remember when he was linked with Chelsea at one point. He's now a free transfer. We've managed to bring him to Plymouth. He's got 59 caps for Russia. Look, 33 years old. Lots of quality about him, especially these mentals here. Maybe not quite the physicals, but do you know what? We needed players. He was available. I think he's going to be good for us. He's going to take up that, maybe that Tevez role in our team, maybe behind the strikers. Alan Shagoev, welcome to Plymouth. And then finally, now, I don't really know how to describe this one, but we sold Jamie Alvarado, who you will recognise as somebody that we had last year. at the club. He played, in fact, last year, he played 39 games for us in the Championship and was pretty good overall. You can see that we've brought him in as a free transfer here. So what's going on with that? Well, if you jump over to here, on the 11th of July, we sold him to Sporting KC in the USA, Sporting Kansas City, for 700k, which was a pretty good bid, to be honest. I thought we have to accept that to bring the money in because money's so tight at the moment. He went there. And then less than a month later, he was signing for us on a free transfer. Now, I'm not quite sure what happened. It looks a lot like money laundering, I won't lie to you, but that's not what I was doing. I think they signed him, then couldn't register him for the season, so released him, and then he was happy to come back to us on a free transfer. So somehow we've fluked the system and gained £700,000 to have our player back again. It's worked out brilliantly for us, and I'm very happy with that business so far. I do need to show you some things, though. You might be sad about a few of these. I've had to release quite a lot of players. Quite a lot of players that have been really good for us in this Plymouth save and are really good for Plymouth in real life. George Cooper has gone. Daniel O'Perry has gone. He's now retired. James Bolton has gone. Niall Ennis, this is with a bit of a sad heart. He is gone. He's now at Fleetwood. Just didn't really cut it in the Championship. Luke Jeffcott, I've seen a few of you ask about and, you know, say that I should be using him, but he didn't quite cut it for us. He hasn't really had a good role in this particular save, I don't think. I know that he's starting for Plymouth quite a lot in real life at the moment, isn't he? He's a bit of a good youngster, but not in this save, I'm afraid. Dan Scar has also had to move on. He is getting on a little bit now, not quite Championship standard, I don't think. I say getting on, he's 28. Then Joe Edwards has moved on as well as Danny Mayer. A lot of these were because they didn't want to sign new contracts, and the contracts that they did want to sign were a lot of money that we just couldn't afford. So I had to move them on and hope that we could get some good freebies in their places. You can see now I only had 17 players to register, right? Loads of our stalwarts of the save really have moved on. Callum Barton's gone, and then a really sad one here. Yaya Sanogo has been released. He wanted like 10, 11k to re-sign. He was pretty good last year. He's now 30 years old though. He got 18 league goals. Look, it means that we are going to have to fill his void. I think that Joshua Zirkzee is going to be that guy to come in for him, but a lot of business already done. From this point here then, I started the season. I'm going to come back when the transfer window closes because there is a little bit more business, and I mean there was a bit of a teaser for one of those signings in the intro, wasn't there? Yeah, I signed Phil Jones. Okay, the transfer window has now slammed shut and slammed closed. It is the 1st of September 2023, and I have concluded our transfer business, which I'm going to show you all of the players that we've managed to sign now. But first things first, we have started our season. We've played 4 and won 4, as you can see. I'll show you those results here. Look, you can see the way we've started our season. You can see some of our goal scorers here too. Ryan Hardy starting brilliantly, still playing as that left-sided inside forward. I'll show you the tactic in this little section too as well, as we prepare ourselves for the rest of the season. The next time we jump forward, it will be until the end of this season. You can see we beat Charlton 3-0, we beat Peterborough in the cup, we beat Swansea 1-0, we beat Sheffield United 1-0, we beat Sunderland 2-0. We are out of the Carabao Cup. A little bit unluckily, we lost to West Ham on a penalty shootout there. But look at this, goal scoring from Zirkzee and Ryan Hardy. We've started well. Our business has been concluded. Let me show you the players we've managed to bring in. If I go to the most recent ones, let's move on from Alvarado was the last one I showed you. We have brought in these players here. Sam Klukas has come in as a bit of a backup option, a former Stoke City Swansea player there. He's going to be a backup. He's 32. He's probably not going to be a starter, but I talked about how we didn't have any players. We really didn't have any players. I needed actually to sign loads of players on free transfers just to fill out the squad again, because there have been more outgoing players too, which we'll come on to. Adrian Trebel has come in. Very useful player, actually. He has under 21 caps for France, 32 years old. He looks quite good. He's on 6.5k per week. He's going to be one of our midfielders. Ball winner, maybe a little bit deeper, playing as a deep line playmaker or a ball winner in there. It's really, really good. Look, I don't know much about him. He came from Anderlecht, where he played a lot of games, but on 6.5k a week, a very handy player to have. Next one, the first of our aging centre-back partnership, which we might well have for the rest of the season, is Johnny Evans. He, the Northern Irishman, 35, has joined. He's on £20,000 per week for 1 year and 1 year only. I know it seems like a lot of money, and if this was a normal save, I'd be saying absolutely not to that, but we can only sign free transfers, so getting a little bit of quality in, even if they are getting a little bit older with no real pace or acceleration, I think it's worth doing. And Johnny Evans is going to be a nice bit of experience in our defence. Alongside him in defence, let's skip to it actually, Phil Jones is a Plymouth player. There you see him in all of his glory. He's going to be a Plymouth player. I'm very excited. He's on £26,000 per week. Very similar to Johnny Evans. I know it seems mental, but he's got a bit of quality about him. I think he's going to make us better. And actually, we needed a centre-back because both of our favourite centre-backs from last year, Emmanuel Mamana, has moved to Racing Club for £1 million. It was a release fee that we had to put into his contract for him to actually sign for us last year. He's moved on, which is a real shame. But probably more importantly, Ranagiotis Retsos has moved to Wolves for £10 million. He's now playing in the Premier League. He had one glorious season for us and then 4 games for us this year where he was so good for us, but he was always going to be a little bit too good for us. He's signed for Wolves for 10 million, which has financed some of these signings here. Some of these players wanted to talk to us a lot more because we started to have a bit of money, and that was Phil Jones and Johnny Evans. And the next one, Aaron Ramsey, is also a Plymouth player, a big name for sure. 32 years old. Look at this value on him as well. Only 16,000 per week for him, but he's going to bring a bit of quality to our midfield. I might play him in behind the striker in the Carlos Tevez role, which is what we're now calling this role in the tactic. Ramsey signs, as well as Dylan Levitt, who I also think could be really good for us. 2 Welshmen coming in. He's got 18 caps for Wales. He is a former Sporting Kansas City, which we have a really weird relationship with now. But he ended up being there for a bit and also didn't play any games for them. And then he was released on a free. I don't know what's going on with the MLS here. They signed him. He went to Sporting Kansas City. They released him and it benefits us. It's almost like they're our best friends in this save, but Dylan Levitt has ended up at us. I'm very happy about it. We did also sell some other players, look, just to show you. Nye Kirby's gone on loan. Panoche Kamara has gone on loan as well. I couldn't guarantee him first in football, so he's gone out on loan. I do really like him. He also played really well in that Chelsea game, didn't he? I like him a lot, but he's gone on loan to Wimbledon, and Gillespie has been sold on a free transfer to Western Sydney Wanderers, as you can see. I don't think there was any more outgoings. Let me show you the tactic and how we're going to attack this season and how it's going to work. All right, so this is the tactic for this year. As you can see, it is still the Ho, Smeaton's tactic, the Ho. It's the same one as last year. We're going to stick with it because it was pretty successful. It almost got us into the playoffs last year, didn't it? But the personnel is very different. In goal, it'll be Bettinelli, Gamboa and Bola as our fullbacks here, or wingbacks. Evans and Jones. It's aging, isn't it? An aging former Manchester United centre partnership there, with Trebell in front of them as the deep line playmaker. Jagoev in the midfield with Ramsey ahead of him. Josh Murphy to the right. Ryan Hardy from this inside forward position on the left-hand side. Started the season absolutely on fire as well. He's got 5 in his first 6, look. And then Joshua Zirkzee. Maybe a slower start from him, a 2-goal in 6-game return from him, but good average ratings. The signs are well for him. He's going to play as our striker. That's the way we're going to do this season. The next time I see you is going to be at the end of this campaign. We're going to find out how we do. I will see you in May. Okay, it is May. It is May the 22nd, and here is the league campaign that we have just completed. We have finished in the playoff spots, as you can already see. We have finished in 5th on 78 points. Not far off the top. Brighton have ran away with it at the top on 107 points, but it's been a glorious campaign for us. Losing just 12 games, drawing 12, but winning 22. Some great results in there. I'll show you all of those. A little rundown on how we've done. I'll show you the player stats too, but we finished in the playoff spots, and last episode, I promised you that if we finished in the playoff spots, we were going to play them as live comms. We are going to go through and play all of those playoff games together now, and hopefully, as we do it live, hopefully make our way to the Premier League. That would be a dream. That'd be a perfect end to a great season from us. Today is going to be a long episode, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you're enjoying it so far, make sure you do leave your like on the video too. That would be very helpful. Let me show you the results then and how the team did overall. So you saw things up to about this point here where we went out of the Carabao Cup, didn't we, to West Ham. After that, our results continued to be pretty good. As you can see, there were some good wins in there, like beating Preston 3-0. Zirkzee started to score goals, look, getting himself a hat-trick in this one, scored 2 in the next one. Ramsey did great as well, even though we lost that game. We lost to Brighton. They were by far and away the best team in this league. They got Ben Brereton, Diaz, Issa Diop, Adam Armstrong, all really good on FM, all 3 of those. Some good results as we went through, 3-0, 4-0, but losses in there too. This system we're using, which is quite enterprising really for a team that has some interesting defenders in Phil Jones and Johnny Evans. We lost 5-1 to Norwich here, for example, and 3-0 to Birmingham. But then we bounced back and didn't lose for quite a long time, all the way up until the 6th of December or 9th of December here, where we lost to Brighton. A nice run, lots of draws in there, but a good run into the Christmas period. On this Christmas period, we had great results like beating Coventry and Huddersfield, but also lost 5-3 to Stoke here. You can have a look at some of the goal scorers, have a look at some of these results if you want to pause it. We did go out of the Carabao Cup, which I showed you before. We went out of the FA Cup in the 5th round here, 5-0 to Everton. who have Dele Alli in the game as well, which I think is quite fun. Phil Jones got sent off after 12 minutes in that match as well. I just want to tell you about Phil Jones as well. He broke his leg. So he's actually missed 5 months of the season. It's the most Phil Jones thing in the world. He came in, broke his leg, and was out for 5 months. He's back in the team now and he has recovered, so our playoff run can contain Phil Jones again, but it's not quite been the fairy tale signing that we hoped it would be, unless he goes and scores the winner in the playoff final, which could happen, couldn't it? There you see the end of the season then. A pretty poor month was March, but a good month was April. A 1-0 win against Sunderland. We beat Ipswich 1-0, who are, I think, our rivals, to be honest, and then 1-1 draws and a 0-0 draw to Sheffield United and Portsmouth. Then most recently we beat Bristol City and then Blackpool. Joshua Zirkzee went on a massive run without scoring a goal, but right before the playoffs, he scored a hat-trick in the last game and in the game before as well. I'm hoping we've got him in red-hot form as we go into these playoff games. We've got Swansea as our playoff semi-final opponents. Just to show you as well, I did make one signing in January. It was Everton Ribeiro came in on a free transfer, the 35-year-old Brazilian who has Brazilian caps. He's been pretty useful for us in the games he's played. He's played 13 and scored 3 goals. He's been pretty good. He might well feature in this playoff run, and I've made a few signings ready for next year already. Now, this might be a mistake because if we don't go up, it's going to be a lot of wages to pay. But there are 2 players already joining on the 9th of June. Look, it is Ivan Perisic is joining Plymouth on quite a big wage, but what a player to be able to bring in. I know he's 35, but an absolute legend of a player, Ivan Perisic, is joining. Also, Dan Burn, 6'7" of Dan Burn playing for us. You know how much I love set pieces. You know how excited I'm going to be by having Dan Burn in our team. It's going to be glorious. He is joining in June too. But now the focus needs to turn to this here as we go and play Swansea, as we go about some playoff business. Have a look at this, by the way. 32 goals from Demata and Surridge in the league this year. Some of those strike forces were brilliant that we were up against. Gamvula, I really like him as a player. He was playing for Brighton. He is everything I want in a striker, but we don't have those resources. We do, though, have Joshua Zirkzee, and I think he's going to be great for us. It's going to be Norwich, Bournemouth, Plymouth, or Swansea to go up through the playoffs. I'm hoping it's going to be us. I'm going to go and get the team ready. We're going to get into this first leg. Okay, the team for today's game is going to look like this then. It is going to be Bettinelli in goal, Gamboa, Bowler as our fullbacks. Evans and Jones are going to start as centre-backs. Yes, Phil Jones does start in this game here. Alvarado plays the DLP role. That is because Trebal is out suspended. He'll be back for the next game. Dylan Levitt starts in central midfield. That is because Jagoev is just a little bit tired. He could play, but I think actually Levitt's been really good recently, actually. Not started every game this year, but recently been quite good. He's got 7 goals this year. Ahead of him is going to be Ramsey, Josh Murphy to the right, who's just signed a new contract. Ryan Hardy to the left, and Joshua Zirkzee up front. That is the team. I think I'm ready to jump into our first playoff game. Okay, the team has been submitted. Here we go. Massive game. It is our home tie for the first game, so we need to make sure we stamp our authority on this tie in this first one here. I'm going to make this hopefully nice and quick because it is the semi-final, but I'm well aware that this video is going to be very long today. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind a lovely long video. Stick it on in the background, you know, whilst you're working away. It's what you do with FM videos anyway, isn't it? I hope you guys are enjoying it. I've been playing in 2D, actually. I don't know, what would you prefer? Should we play 2D or 3D? Do you know what? We're going to play in 2D today. We'll have the replays in 3D. You don't usually see this, do you? Frank Lampard is the Swansea manager. There's the Swansea team. Danny Welbeck on the right-hand side for them. We are just about ready to be underway. And here we go. First highlight of the game is starting. We're playing in... this is fun. It's nostalgic. You don't see this very often, do you? But it's what I've been playing in this save and really enjoying it. It's a bit of a throwback. Here we go on the attack. Josh Murphy down the right-hand side. Crosses. It's in. Ryan Hardy's at the back post. I think... Are they checking this? No, it's a goal. We've scored early. We're 1-0 up inside 3 minutes. It was Josh Murphy down this right-hand side. Look, his cross was met by Joshua Zirkzee, who couldn't convert. Keeper makes the save, but Ryan Hardy has a tap in and he smashed it in. I think it was his 100th goal for Plymouth, was it? There was a milestone in there. I didn't quite catch it, but it's a perfect start for us. Brilliant. Another highlight starting 15 minutes on the clock then. Here we go. It's gone back to the goalkeeper, Coleman, for Swansea. What can he do as he smashes it forward? We picked it up again. Phil Jones and Johnny Evans. Here's Zirkzee. Ramsey, Zirkzee again. It's given away as we attack, but we pick it up again with that deep line playmaker who drifts over to this left-hand side quite a lot. You'll see that. Here's Murphy down the right. Ramsey! Did he hit the post? I think he's hit the post. Aaron Ramsey there. And it should have been 2. We've been all over them. If we can take a nice lead back to Swansea here, that would be glorious, wouldn't it? They've yet to have a shot. We've had 10, half an hour on the clock. Keep up the good work, lads. All right, that's half time, and we have this 1-goal lead. It probably should be more. I'm going to say, don't let your performance levels drop. We've had all of the shots, really. If you have a look at the stats here, 14, 15 shots for us compared to their 2. We are, of course, the home team. I'm going to praise them as Swansea come on the attack now and score. It's Michael Obafemi. You have to say it's against the run of play, but they've equalised here at home park. It's from a throw-in. They managed to just whip it in here, manning down the left-hand side. Michael Obafemi just volleys it in. It's a missed clearance by Phil Jones, who's on a yellow card. That's a bit of a sucker punch. I won't lie to you. That's upset me a little bit because we've been, obviously, look, the better team in this game. If we don't come away with a win from here, I'm going to be upset. I feel like we deserve it. Oh, and we almost had the lead once again there. Xerxes' shot was saved. We've got the corner, but it's going to be cleared. It's going to be difficult. Taking a draw to Swansea is going to make it difficult. Anything less than a draw is going to be just really upsetting, to be honest. Here comes Swansea on the attack. Good tackle, Aaron Ramsey. We've got a few older players on this pitch, so I do need to think about substitutions quite soon. Hopefully we can get a goal here, though. Here's Johnny Evans, Alvarado playing it around. Evans, here's Jones, Levitt, Murphy down the right. This is good football. Gamboa is overlapping. Hardy's there. Ryan Hardy scores his 19th of the season. Christian Gamboa with the cross. We are back in front, and it's what we've deserved for this game. Just past the hour mark. Great ball in from Christian Gamboa. And Ryan Hardy from that inside forward position. I saw a couple of you asking how he was getting on there. That's what he does. He comes in on that back post and puts the ball in the back of the net. That's why I want a nice tall player there. And Ryan Hardy is exactly that. He's been really good. 70 minutes on the clock. It's time to make subs, isn't it? I think we need to make changes here. Who is looking a little bit worse for wear out there? Aaron Ramsey could probably be replaced. I'm going to bring on Everton Ribeiro for him. Maybe Alvarado for... Do you know what? Jordan Houghton's going to come on for Alvarado as well. We're not going to change too much because we've been the better team. I don't want to upset that apple cart. I want to just keep this going until the end. If we can find a third goal, we would be in a great position for that second leg, wouldn't we? We are on the attack. Ribeiro off the bench. Levitt. Ribeiro. Xerxes goes down. Is it what? I don't know what happened there. There was some substitutions popped up. I thought there might be a penalty, but no, it was just the end of the highlight. Here we come again, though. I don't know what happened with that highlight. It's Swansea on the attack now. There was goal line technology in use. Look, we can't see that. That is minute. I don't know what's happening, but apparently we nearly scored. There's 8 minutes to play. We've got one sub left. I'm going to go and use it now, I think. Let's do Josh Murphy off for Macaulay Bond from this right-hand side. Can we get ourselves a third goal here? Or will it be a 2-1 lead that we take to the Gower? Oh, my word, it was very nearly 2-2. They've hit the bar from a corner. Do you know what? At this stage, take the 2-1. Get out of there. That is a good victory. It means we do have the advantage. They've got the home advantage second leg, but we have the advantage. 2 goals from Ryan Hardy. I'm going to go and get ready for the second leg. I will see you then. Okay, second leg. I think we're ready to go. It's 1-1, by the way, in the Bournemouth-Norwich tie for the other semi-final. We lead 2-1 as we go away to Swansea here. This one's going to be tough, and it's been made a little bit tougher if I show you the tactical preparation for this game, because we have lost our right-back Christian Gamboa to a suspension, and Adrian Trebell is not actually back from his suspension yet. So Phil Jones is playing right back as a wing back on attack. This might be a mistake, but I don't want to change the system because it's been so effective. So Phil Jones, you're coming in. There is literally no other options that we've got out there. It has to be him. He's going to do a job. I'm sure of it. It's going to be fine. Brendan Galloway comes in the defense. The other change is Dylan Levitt is out because he's very tired, look. So Jagoev comes in this midfield too. The rest of the team is exactly the same. I'm not going to change too much. I'm going to submit the team. We are going to go and play against Swansea away from home. Please don't mess this up, boys. Please don't mess this up. I just want to go through. Let's get ourselves to Wembley. Otherwise, it's going to be another championship season, and I don't know if I can take that. This is something I want to go and win. There's the Swansea team. Obafemi got the goal against us in that first leg, didn't he? We are just about ready to go. We are underway. Come on. Just hold on. Just keep it tight at the back today. Just maybe score a goal and relieve a little bit of pressure. Just be the better team like we were in the first leg. We've started quite nicely. 4 shots from us, none from them. 15 minutes on the clock. This is fine if this continues. First highlight is underway. Here we go. Alvarado has given it away. Obafemi's in. Obafemi scores. And it's a mistake from us that has opened us up at the back. It's their first shot at goal, and we are all level in the tie. It was, who was it? Johnny Evans? It's Johnny Evans that's given it away, and Obafemi has been a real threat. He's very good in FM, isn't he? He's scored early. It's their first shot on target. 25 minutes on the clock, and I'm going to have to encourage them. It's all level. This would be extra time if it stayed like this. We need now to go and get ourselves a goal, and we're the away team. Is it advantage Swansea? It might well be. Can we change that? Hardy! He's gone so close. He just knocked it wide. That could have been the chance there. Looking at it, we've been competitive. We are still competitive. We are certainly... I know it's maybe advantage Swansea at this point, but we're certainly not out of this. At half-time, it's still all to play for. I'm going to go and tell them I'm not happy. Let's motivate them, except for Aaron Ramsey, who's not very motivated. The rest took that pretty well. I'll encourage them. We need to go and get a goals, lads. Go and get a goal. Joshua Zirkzee, can you come and turn up in this game here? Yes, please. We were on the attack there, but giving it away. Here come Swansea in the midfield here. Oh, Downs into the box. Crossing. No, back to Nakamba. Ball crosses. Obafemi's there. And our dreams may well be going up in flames. Michael Obafemi has torn us apart again here. It's Bell who gets himself to the byline. Obafemi is there to smash it in easily. We now need a goal. And we need a goal to force extra time. We've had 10 shots. We are creating them, but I don't even know if we've really had a highlight except for that Ryan Hardy one. We need to change things. This is becoming desperate. Joshua Zirkzee is on a 6.1. What do I do to change this? How's Hardy playing? Not great. Macaulay Bonne is going to come on up front. Aaron Ramsey is going to be replaced by Everton Ribeiro. Dylan Levitt is going to come on in midfield as well. I know he's tired, but we need him at this stage. We're going to go for it like that. 3 subs at once. I'm going to say, go and change this match for us. I'm going to also, let's encourage them. I think that'll go all right. 19 minutes to play. I feel a little bit harshly done by here to be 2-0 down with 10 to play. Can we just force one highlight to take this to extra time? It looks like our dreams are about to be killed. It's going to be another season in the Championship. Swansea almost putting the nail into the coffin there. I thought we might go up the other end and get a chance, but no. Highlight now. This has to be it. We're into added time. This has to be it. Murphy is on the end of it and scores. It's disallowed. It's disallowed. He's offside. I thought that was it. It was Josh Murphy. He was just offside. And it's heartbreak for us. Cullen has a free kick to make it 3 here. I thought that was the moment. Bettinelli saves. I think we're going to run out of time here. It's going to be Swansea to go through to the playoff final. And that's going to be a red card for Ribeiro. You were brought on to try and win us the game. It's a yellow. Are we going to get one highlight? Can we break from here? I don't think we are. We're running out of time. That is the final whistle. We're going to be in the Championship again. F's in the comments, I think, is what we need. F's in the comments. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I'm heartbroken. I'm going to have to go and prepare for another Championship season. It just wasn't to be today. I think we played quite well as well. Just that offside goal we let in. Obafemi was just too good. I mean, look how good he is. He's got all the pace. He's really good on the game. I'm just upset. We've lost it 3-2. It's heartbreaking. We probably would have got relegated anyway, wouldn't we, in the Premier League? Maybe it was just that year too early. I'm playing Phil Jones at right back. Oh, I'm gutted. I am gutted. But it means we go again next year. With Perisic brought in, with Dan Burn brought in, I'm going to go and see who else we can sign. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. You better subscribe now to make me feel better. I'll see you in a bit. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.